AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They start on the ground with Elliott. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. If they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
First carry here for Joe Mixon.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Burrow looking to pass.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Burrow, flushed out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Burrow with a touchdown connection to Tyler Boyd. And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach?
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Kill! 47!
Prescott off play action. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dalton Schultz, 49 yards.
And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive.
Here we go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown!
Jamar Chase.
42 yards.
And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action now, Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals will take over possession here up at the 44.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. Trucks over him. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott now from the 50. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. Now he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Prescott now. That's caught again by Schultz. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And again, it's Prescott. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Prescott to throw it. Dancing to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
Here we go, 46.
To throw is Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Prescott to throw on fourth. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. T.Y. Hilton from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
All right, ready?
And just a yard to go here on second down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly is told that you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
This goes out wide from Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Our quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Here we go.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic. and take it to the house? Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. But Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
A big play here for Dallas. 67 yards. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position. And that was... And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. The Bengals drive about to get going. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On third down, Mixon. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
They'll run with Mixon, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Off the play fake, Prescott. Man open downfield is Gallup. He's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as they have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And that's caught inside the 30. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A big play there for Cincinnati. 54 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 2nd down and goal. Burrow buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
3rd and goal. Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far They're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Now Elliott. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Dak Prescott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Throwing here, Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. To throw, Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Now Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Here's Burrow. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. A final shot now for Burrow. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point.
It's up and it's good, but it won't matter. The 7 is as close as they're going to get, and this game is over.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey,